Good morning. You listen to FloorDaily.net, and I'm Kemp Harr. This morning, my guest is Harlan Stone, the CEO of HMTX. Harlan, how you doing?
I'm great today, Kemp. Hope everything's well with you.
I'm good. I wanted to talk about this news that we got last week that you had invested a pretty sizable investment in a digital print line that you're buying from Hymmen, and it's going to actually be their first system that's installed in China, I believe. Is that right?
That is correct. Yes, I think we're the third buyer of great new digital technology. First one received to install it in China, where the majority of our manufacturing still remains. And we're excited about taking their latest generation work. I was with Renee and John Rayfeld in Europe 2 weeks ago, and it was after that meeting we really sat down and looked at everything, and I got to understand deeply exactly where they are, exactly what my machine will be able to do, and I'm very excited about how this is going to progress our company, the industry, and the desire for flooring in general.
Yeah, that's right. So the other two, CFL announced they were buying one, Engineered Floors bought one, now you're buying one. This actually eliminates the need for print film. It takes a step right out of the process, right?
When you're using this machine, you do not need print film. That is correct.
Yeah.
And your speed to market is massively improved, and that's what we're the most excited about. It's not really a cost out for us. I mean, the machine is expensive. You've got to amortize that over some period of time, but it's really about increasing your speed and increasing your ability to meet your customers' needs quickly, when they need it, and where they need it.
Right. Another benefit is, since it's digital, you can basically eliminate pattern repeat, can't you?
You can make pattern repeat a non-issue. That's correct.
Yeah.
Absolutely
right.
correct. Yeah, those are the product's going to look better. It's going to come out faster. And for us specifically, Kemp, we're attaching it to an existing infrastructure that we are in the process of building out, nearly complete, of an ability to create, visualize, and realize digitally printed samples here in Norwalk as well as down in our facility in Calhoun. So we'll be able to communicate with customers where they are, get that information to our manufacturing facility, and start making full-run production within days instead of months or quarters.
Right. What is your timing on this? When do you think you'll have this up and running?
This will not be running until the second half of next year. So these machines are very difficult to build. Ours is going to be the most complex one yet. We have a couple extra things we're throwing in there, and with that, it takes time. So nobody has one installed yet, and I don't think there'll be any installed until next year, and we'll all be trying to get it up and running. Mine probably in the second half.
Okay, so this is German technology that you're going to be used to produce LVT in China that will be bound for this country.
And created in this country. So remember that we've invested a lot of money to create the ability to meet our customers here and design with them with actually Swiss-made machines. And by the way, the print heads are from the UK. So, and the technology leasing is from the Netherlands. This is a truly global project, and as you know, and most of your listeners know, I am an unapologetic globalist, and this is a classic example of how you can travel the world, find out great new things, and turn them into products that really excite consumers.
And another thing where this kind of fits into who you are and what you stand for is this is another innovation. I mean, this is the next step of making the latest and greatest LVT, right?
Absolutely. We believe that digital technology has finally reached a stage where it can be implemented in our industry. So to tell you the truth, Kemp, and our listeners, I've been looking at digital printing technology for more than 5 years, and everything came up short. And finally, when I went to Bielefeld in Germany, I saw something that really answered all the questions that I had. And I'm super excited that the demand, the innovation, and the collaboration has produced a machine that I believe will be the center of a great new innovation in our industry.
Okay, sounds good. One other thing I would like to get an update.
Sure.
I know you recently testified on the Section 301 tariffs. The government's looking at that whole situation. Give us an update on them.
My pleasure, Kemp. So I testified 10 days ago in front of the International Trade Commission. That's a U.S. body that was advised by Congress to do a deep dive on the economic impact of the tariff. I testified on behalf of a coalition called the Coalition for Affordable Housing in America. It was us and a lot of other people that are producing products that go into residential and commercial spaces and construction and renovation. And what we see is the inflation in America is terrible. it's much worse in housing. Our data says that the price of building materials over a period of about 4 or 5 years has gone up over 30%. The price of the materials alone has gone up over 30%. Anything we can do should be done quickly before this crisis of affordable housing for new families turns into a great pitfall for our economy. We got a very lively discussion with the commissioners from the ITC. As a matter of fact, I listened to a couple of the panels. There's 10 panels total afterwards. They asked some panels after the one that I testified at about my testimony. And they said, yeah, we heard Mr. Stone. Yeah, we really don't know what to say. So I made a good impression. I think they'll really consider it. And I'm hoping also that the administration is in the process of considering the situation as well. We're hearing a lot of noise out of the National Security Council, Department of Commerce, even Department of Treasury about maybe it's time to take a look at the Trump tariffs and do something more effective for the country that's now in an inflationary crisis. So in addition, the USTR has finally answered the Court of International Trade in the lawsuit that I'm involved in. They were asked to do something. They didn't exactly do what the court asked. I think it's too little too late. They're depending heavily on presidential authority. And the question to them was, what were your bases of decision? And they didn't really answer that so clearly. And I'm hoping that this also turns into an opportunity for us to get some kind of change in these aggressive and destructive tariffs that are affecting our industry.
Wouldn't it be interesting if we had justice instead of some kind of politically driven decision-making process? But anyway, I think most people know the background on this. This has increased the cost of LVT out of China by 25%. So that's what you're trying to get removed is this tariff that is basically taxing the importers.
The importers and paying pass on to consumers. That's what we don't like.
Yeah. Let me ask you one more quick question. How's business right now?
Business is okay. I would say the country, most retail customers are a bit overstocked. Commercial market, exactly the opposite. So it's a tale of two cities. It's a different two cities. Commercial vibrant, residential renovation is currently a bit chubby in the belly, and hopefully that gets consumed over the course of the summer and we see a great return in the fall. Yeah,
so unfortunately the residential business is about 60 to 30, I think, in comparison to sizes.
Yep.
All right, Harlan, been talking to Harlan Stone, CEO of HMTX, and you've been listening to Kemp Harr and FloorDaily.net.